Deep within an isolated woodland, concealed from prying eyes in the chaos of civilization, lay a lavish haven known as Harmony Haven. This opulent spa retreat, meticulously crafted in the late 1900s by the affluent aristocrat Delano Elvin, was intended to serve as a sanctuary for those yearning to escape the frenetic pace of urban life. However, beneath its grandiose exterior and serene surroundings, Harmony Haven harbored a somber and enigmatic history. Legend whispered that Delano had erected the spa upon the remnants of an ancient monastery where cloistered monks had once conducted clandestine and malevolent rituals. When the local townsfolk unearthed the sinister practices, they stormed the monastery, setting it ablaze and leaving the monks to perish within its fiery embrace. The anguished cries of the doomed monks were said to reverberate through the forest, haunting the land for days on end. Unfazed by the chilling tales, Delano pressed forward, firmly believing that the tranquil allure of the site would eventually erase any lingering vestiges of its macabre past. In the spring of 2024, Harmony Haven continued to operate, but its reputation had taken a fascinating turn. No longer known for its opulence, this unique establishment had become a magnet for those seeking an otherworldly adventure. Whispers of ethereal apparitions, unexplained occurrences, and an ever-present sense of being observed had transformed the once luxurious spa into a thrilling destination for both thrill-seekers and enthusiasts of the paranormal. Mavis Roxanne, a renowned writer specializing in supernatural investigations, couldn't resist the allure of Harmony Haven. Like a moth drawn to a mesmerizing flame, she felt an irresistible pull towards this enigmatic place. With her skeptical yet supportive husband Daniel by her side, Mavis eagerly booked a week-long stay at the spa, driven by her insatiable curiosity to unravel the secrets concealed within its walls. As soon as they stepped foot inside, an eerie feeling hung in the air. The majestic Victorian building, impeccably preserved, appeared to creak under the weight of its past. The employees, courteous yet aloof, only offered fleeting smiles, their eyes revealing an underlying dread. Their suite, situated at the distant corner of a dimly illuminated hallway, boasted exquisite furnishings, but an oppressive silence seemed to suffocate the atmosphere. In silence, the couple unpacked their belongings, acutely attuned to the peculiar ambiance that surrounded them. Mavis's first night was filled with restlessness as she tossed and turned in her bed. Suddenly, at the stroke of 3 a.m., a faint whisper broke the silence, barely audible yet undeniably present. It seemed to emanate from all directions, as if a multitude of voices were reciting a prayer in a language she couldn't comprehend. The room grew colder by the second, causing Mavis to shiver uncontrollably, her breath forming mist in the frigid air. Desperate to share her fear, she gently shook her partner Daniel, who slowly opened his eyes, immediately sensing the unnatural chill that hung in the room. "Did you hear that?" Mavis whispered, her voice trembling with a mixture of curiosity and unease. "What did you hear?" Daniel inquired, his eyes adjusting to the darkness. The whispering had stopped suddenly, and the room felt normal again. "I heard voices, whispers," she insisted. Daniel tried to calm her nerves. "It's probably just your mind playing tricks on you, Mavis. This old building can be eerie." Despite his attempts to reassure her, Mavis couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. The next day, Mavis decided to investigate further, exploring every nook and cranny of the spa, jotting down her encounters, and interviewing the staff. Most of them were reluctant to share any information about the strange happenings. However, an elderly housekeeper named Mrs. Georgia disclosed a spine-chilling story. "They say the spirits of the monks linger here," she whispered, casting furtive glances around. "People claim to hear their prayers at night, catch glimpses of their shadows in the corridors. Some have even spotted a figure in the gardens, a monk draped in ragged robes, gazing at them with empty eyes." Mavis couldn't help but feel a surge of curiosity as she delved deeper into the history of the mysterious spa. However, with each new discovery, the atmosphere seemed to grow more suffocating, as if the secrets of the place were closing in on her. That night, as she and Daniel enjoyed a lavish dinner in the opulent restaurant, an eerie incident occurred. The lights flickered ominously, causing the other guests to exchange uneasy glances. The waitstaff hurriedly lit candles, attempting to dispel the unsettling ambiance. "It's just a power surge," Daniel reassured her, though his voice lacked conviction. But as the night wore on, Mavis was awakened once again, this time by the sound of whispering that seemed to echo through the air. The voices grew louder and more insistent, forming a chilling chant that sent shivers down her spine. Startled, she sat up in bed, her heart pounding in her chest, only to find a figure standing at the foot of the bed. It was a monk, his face hidden beneath a hood, and his body emitted an ethereal glow. "Daniel!" she screamed, but her voice seemed to be swallowed by the oppressive darkness that surrounded them. The monk raised a hand and the whispering abruptly ceased. A moment of silence hung in the air, and then finally, the monk spoke. The voice reverberated through her thoughts, commanding her to depart from this place. Mavis could feel her heart being gripped by an icy hand, sending shivers down her spine. She desperately tried to move, to awaken Daniel from his slumber, but fear had rendered her body immobile. Slowly, the figure faded away, leaving behind an eerie chill that permeated the room, enveloping it in an unsettling silence. The following morning, Mavis mustered the courage to confide in Daniel, her voice trembling with unease. As she recounted her harrowing experience, Daniel's skepticism began to wane, replaced by a genuine concern for her well-being. "We cannot ignore this, Daniel," she implored, her voice filled with urgency. "There is something terribly amiss in this place." Reluctantly, Daniel agreed, realizing that their safety was paramount. They hastily packed their belongings, but as they made their way towards the lobby, the spa seemed to conspire against them. The hallways twisted and turned, leading them in bewildering circles. The whispers returned, growing louder and more frantic, while shadows danced upon the walls, casting eerie flickering shapes in the dim candlelight. Finally, breathless and disoriented, they stumbled into the lobby, only to find Mrs. Georgia waiting, her eyes wide with fear. "You should never have disturbed them," she uttered, her voice trembling with trepidation. "The spirits of this place are restless." In a desperate attempt to flee, they made a frantic dash towards the front door, only to have it slam shut with a thunderous crash. The room was instantly engulfed in darkness, and the faint whispers that had filled the air grew into a chaotic chorus of voices, a haunting symphony of pain and suffering. Amidst the pandemonium, Mavis's eyes caught sight of them. The monks, their faces contorted in agony, their bodies consumed by ethereal flames. Their outstretched hands pleaded for release, their desperation palpable. It was then that Mavis realized they were trapped, forever bound to the very place where they had met their violent end. Fueled by a surge of determination, she tightly grasped Daniel's hand and raced towards the nearest window. With a single powerful blow, the glass shattered, allowing them to scramble through and breathe in the refreshing chill of the night air. They didn't pause for a moment until they reached their car, parked at the forest's edge, finally finding solace from the horrors they had left behind. As they departed, the soft murmurs gradually faded into the distance, yet Mavis was acutely aware that the terrors of Harmony Haven would forever linger in their minds. The tormented spirits of the monks, forever tethered to the grounds of their tragic demise, would persistently haunt the spa, serving as a somber reminder of the malevolence concealed beneath its tranquil facade. This encounter had profoundly transformed Mavis, solidifying her unwavering belief in the supernatural. She took it upon herself to chronicle the horrors of Harmony Haven, cautioning others about the peril that lay concealed within its walls. Despite the spa's continued operation, it was shunned by all but the most audacious, for its opulent exterior failed to conceal the ominous presence that dwelled within. Once a haven of serenity, Harmony Haven had now become an eternal realm of anguish, where the whispers of the damned reverberated through its corridors, an eerie testament to a past that refused to be forgotten.